silence. Hello. All right, everybody. We are back. This is the Cindy and Shar B2 podcast, where we were born in the 70s, raised in the 80s, and influenced by the 90s. And we are here now to have fun with you. I am Cindy.
I am fantastic, aka Searzy. Shar.
Absolutely.
The Shar.
So I think we have some fun things to do on this podcast. First of all, I have some crazy news to tell you. I have not told you, so this is going to be a surprise for Shar too.
Oh, are we starting with drinks or that new? I think we should start with drinks, right?
No. I just got to tell you right now because it was so bizarre.
Okay.
Last week,
okay,
Chris called me and he's like, "Oh my God, you're never going to believe what happened." He was driving down a busy road in our town, 4 lanes. He passed, or this person passed him, and he was like, "I think I saw a boob." So of course he's like, he sped up to go see what the situation was.
Yeah.
And it was an older woman with gray hair, had her top up over her tatas, and she was just playing with them as she was driving, just like going after it a lot. Isn't that bizarre? I'm like,
yes.
I go, and did she see you? And he's like, she didn't look over at him, but he said she was
like twisting her own nipples, or
twisted, pulling, and then she moved over to the other one. He was like,
was there somebody in the car with her? No? Oh, okay. She was driving?
Yep.
That's talent.
I was like,
that is so great. Did he get a picture?
No.
Oh.
Well, not that I know of, but no, I did ask, and he was like, no, because he's like, I was just trying to look, of course, because he's a dude.
Right.
But he said it was an old lady, and I'm like, okay, hang on. How old are we talking? Yeah. He goes, I don't know, maybe like 60. He goes, she had gray, like all gray hair. And I'm like, and how were they? I go, were they like, well, I don't know what they look like at 60. I know what they look like at 50, but I don't know. And he said, which I don't even know if he knows what they would look like at 60, but he said they really were not bad for having like gray hair. So
okay, Chris, next time you're driving down the road and you pass, a car and you see grandma driving with her boobs out, twisting her own nipples, you must get a picture or video or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad he didn't get in a wreck. That would have been horrible.
Right? Hopefully she didn't get in a wreck.
Apparently she did.
Did you hear about a pileup on State Route 52?
Nope, I did not. Isn't that just strange? And it was daytime. It was like 4:30 in the evening, so very busy.
That is.
And I was like, was she like recording maybe? And he's like, he didn't see. Because I'm just trying to.
I only had my eyes on her boobs. I didn't see anything else.
Yeah. I just thought that was hilarious.
That is hilarious and so random. And I don't know what I would do if I came across something like that.
I'd probably look too like, wait, am I seeing what?
100%. I would take a double take, a triple take, a quadruple take.
Speaking of
I
that,
probably would get in a wreck.
I don't think, did I tell you what I saw at my work?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, this is going to keep the listeners, because we got all sorts of naughty stuff to go over then. So I was covering, I work at a medical office, and I was covering the check-in desk. So first thing in the morning, early, like 8:15, we already had a bunch of people checking in. And so the way it's set up, the front desk is kind of high. So usually the person checking in ends up just standing up, and the people come up and whatever. So you're not really sitting down a whole lot. Well, there's chairs out in the waiting room. There's also some chairs like not directly in front of where I stand, where people check in, but there's some just right over to the side where they're sitting with their back to me and they're looking out at the waiting room. And so, I'm checking people in, and there's this old man sitting
so
there.
Like 50?
Yeah. No, like old. Like probably, well,
85?
I don't know. When you hear what he was doing, you'll understand why. So he was very old. He was definitely like a great grandpa.
Okay.
So he's sitting there and he has his phone like this to his face. Like it's like this. But it's up like this, and I mean I can see it. It's right there. And I keep seeing something. I keep seeing something. I know
where this is going.
It's like movement, and then like I thought I saw a thumb or something. I'm like, what? And I'm working, but I keep seeing it because it's movement, and it's like this. And your mind tries to think like, what exactly am I seeing? And so I'm thinking, maybe somebody's got a splinter in their thumb and they're trying to, I don't know. And he like, do you see this? I don't know. I'm really trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. What are you looking at 8:15 in the morning in the middle of a doctor's office?
Porn.
So So I still couldn't, I couldn't tell because the movement was really fast like this, and it was just like skin color and maybe a thumb, and I don't know.
Was it really fast movement like this?
It was not. It was not. No, I only saw a thumb. So one of my workers came up, and she was sitting down getting some coffee, and I bent down and I said, I'm trying to figure out what this guy is watching. And I truly did not think that it was porn at the time. I just wasn't sure. And so she's like, oh, what is it? So we both like pop our heads up to look. And right at that time, we absolutely could tell what it was. And she was like, oh. We both were like, and this staff member is no prude. We'll just say that. So for her to blush, I was like, whoa, which I'm sure I was blushing too. But yeah, it was very obvious what it was when we both poked our head up right then. So
what kind of porn was it?
Very zoomed in porn. That's why it was like moving so fast, because I think they were like zoomed in and trying to.
Was he zoomed in on a growler?
He was. He was, yeah.
Okay, gross. I have a really funny, embarrassing story like that too, but I think we need to start drinks and then I'll tell my story.
Okay, so do you have the drink that we're going to try with a little something? So I think in one of our podcasts I had mentioned, or maybe I had asked some of my friends, I don't know if we mentioned it, but we wanted to try weird combinations that people have tried and liked. One of mine that I'm not trying today, but I discovered that I liked Merlot with like buffalo sauce, like with some like buffalo wings or whatever. I just actually kind of really liked it, which it doesn't seem like it would be a good pairing, but I liked it. So one of my friends, she said that she discovered that she liked Pinot Noir wine with Reese's Pieces. So we are going to try that.
Okay, that's
today.
funny that you have a box too. So I went to the grocery store and I was looking on all of the candy aisles, by the registers. And so I was looking by one of the closed ones and there was two workers there and they go, "Can we help you find something?" I go, "Yeah, I'm looking for Reese's Pieces." And he's like, "Oh, aisle 6." And I go, No, I don't want to I want just a little bag of them. And he goes, "I don't think they make bags of them anymore." And he goes, "But we have these boxes."
Oh,
but you have a box too.
Yeah.
They don't come in bags anymore, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. This is all I found too.
Yeah.
And they're kind of not easy to find, as you found.
Yeah.
Well,
the box was easy to find.
Sure.
A bag of them wasn't, apparently.
Okay, so are we going to try that first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you got a different red because you didn't. So I got the Barefoot Pinot. Where's my camera? Pinot Noir with the little foot.
And because I have to now, I assume that pretty much any red wine is probably going to go with this.
Maybe.
So I got something I've never seen before.
Ooh, a deep and dark Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, and it's a little black box.
I
It's
like
a
it.
box of it's
A
like a
box of
juice
wine.
cup for yeah, it's like a juice box for adults. It's a mommy juice box.
It is a mommy juice box. Well, mine,
Okay,
I'm
and
using one of my.
I do have my wine glass also. I'm not going to drink it straight out of the box.
I would have liked to see that though.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
Mine smells good. I like barefoot.
Oh, that's really good.
Is it?
That's really good.
Well, okay, let me try barefoot. I like, barefoot. Usually the cheaper wines are not as strong. They kind of water them
Hmm.
down or whatever. And I usually like that because I don't really like a very strong wine.
This is
Oh, that Pinot's great.
yeah.
Barefoot Pinot Noir, it was like $7 or something.
Yeah, this was $3.99,
Nice.
which is why I got it because I'm not really a wine drinker.
Yeah,
Black box. What's the does wine list
it
the
does.
ABV?
I don't know.
Uh,
Mine's probably
thir-
13.
13.5.
Okay.
So again, black box. This is
Yep.
actually really good. I'm surprised.
Shall we pair it with our Reese's Pieces?
That's really good.
Ooh,
Okay. Okay.
how many are we gonna eat?
I have.
So are we supposed to
four.
eat it at the
No, I
same
have
time
three.
and drink it? Like,
I think it's just like, yeah. Have you been wine tasting at a winery where they have the chocolates and you just have a nibble of chocolate and then take a drink?
okay,
It really enhances the flavor of the wine. My
Yum.
Reese's Pieces,
Reese's Pieces.
delish. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
All right.
delicious.
Casey, you have a win. We both agree. But apparently it'll go with a
Good job,
cab
Casey.
too.
Yeah, yeah. This wine by itself is really good. That's good.
Thank you,
I-
Casey.
Yeah. So I'm not a wine drinker. This is good, but it just tears my stomach up
Yeah.
because I had a hernia surgery.
Yeah.
So I probably won't drink very much more of this.
Do you have an alternative beverage?
I do, and let me just tell you. So yesterday I drove by Total Wine. They're still freaking closed. I'm like, seriously? So I was getting ready to leave the office, and I got a text from my husband with a picture of him in Total Wine. He's like, they're open. I'm like, what? So
Yay!
I'm like, I'm on my way. So I stopped at Total Wine. They are not fully open yet. They're still like they have no roof still on part of their store. And it's the part where the cold part is, where they have kegs and their cold cases. So they don't have anything cold. So I brought it home and I threw it in the freezer, hoping that it would get cold in time. But I got
2 chicks.
yes, and I
Was
got
it-
the elder.
Was it a mixed?
No, they had 4 packs of all the different flavors. They had like 4 different flavors. This one sounded the best, and I know you've had this one, so
Yep.
I don't mean to duplicate a drink.
Yeah, but
one
you
that
didn't
you've
get to
already
try
tried.
it.
I didn't get to try it, and I'm super excited. So that's good. It's kind of sweet, but
Right.
that's really good.
Yeah, and it's carbonated.
Mm-hmm. It's carbonated. That is good.
Which
That's very
flavor is
refreshing.
that again?
I got the elderflower and pear.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a sparkling vodka fizz, 5% ABV. Really, really good. That's really good. I can taste the pear more than the elderberry, but
But it does
But
have
it
a little
just goes-
floral,
just a hint of floral. It's
Yeah.
really good.
So I also have an
Do
alternative.
you have a second one?
I
Okay.
do, but it's nothing new. It's my other, besides my Cold Snap Sam Adams
Mhm.
beer.
Mhm.
This is my favorite now, and I have had it before, but it's the Malibu Splash,
Malibu.
the
Yeah.
strawberry and coconut.
Okay, I couldn't see. The light was reflecting. I couldn't see the flavor. Yeah. No, you're having the issue. You're having the same issue I have.
Okay, well,
Oh, there I can see it. Strawberry and coconut. Okay.
it's so good. I mean, these could get me in trouble, but they're just they're definitely carbonated, and it tastes delicious. It doesn't really taste like alcohol that much to me,
Okay.
so I'll drink that. But my wine's really good too, so I'm
Well,
happy
have
about
you
that.
had that flavor before?
This
Yeah.
strawberry, yeah, this is my absolute favorite one.
Oh, okay. Have you had it on the show though?
I thought, but
Maybe.
if not,
Okay.
It's so great.
So since we had the wine and the Reese's Pieces, I was like, well, I don't want two chicks to feel left out. So I.
Oh, yes. I have
It's
wanted those ever since our last recording.
Okay,
I'm like, I need some of those.
It's the peanut butter and jelly M&Ms, which I have to say, after you sent me that whole bag of the Reese's cups, which melted,
Yeah.
2 people have bought me the regular, yeah.
Okay.
And you're right, you can barely taste the
jelly.
The jelly. And I haven't had, the Reese cups, just the normal size. I haven't tried, I mean, yours, but it was all melted, so it was weird. But the other 2 that a friend brought me, it was almost like the big cups.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of chocolate and a lot of peanut butter. So it was too much chocolate for me, but you can definitely taste the jelly in these way more than in the Reese cups.
Okay.
That's good. Now let me taste it with this.
Really?
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, I'm going to try mine with my strawberry coconut.
I don't know if it's the sweet of the jelly with the drink, but that was really good.
I mean, I don't know. It's delicious.
Yeah. It's good. I have like a whole buffet now. I have Reese's Pieces. I have boxed wine. I do have water. My 2 chicks and some peanut butter and jelly M&Ms. So,
all right.
So we have a lot of candy, and there's some candy I want to talk about, but I want to tell you about the really embarrassing story.
Oh, yes.
It's not really that embarrassing for me, but it's kind of weird. Anyways, so my company had acquired another we do contract work. My company does. So we acquired a contract from a different company that does the same thing. So when we do that, we usually will bring those employees over with us.
Mm-hmm.
They can either stay with their current company and go to some other contract, or they can come over with us and stay at the contract they've already been working. So we took on, I think, like 12 new employees, but they still have to go through the process of the whole application process. We speed it through, we expedite it to, so that they don't have a lapse in work or anything like that. So we have a special team that will help expedite everything through. So there was this one gentleman who was older that was having a hard time with like the application because it's all electronic and all this and that. And we needed a copy of his license because you have to be licensed to do this work. So we need a copy of his license. So we were like, just email it to us. That's okay. So this guy, first of all, he was older and he looked a little pervy.
Okay.
Kind of a big guy and he just looked pervy. Like he drives a van with no windows that says free puppies and candy on the side. Yeah. Kind of pervy.
Yeah.
So, the person that worked under me, she was the one that received all of his information. And all of a sudden I hear her like frantic in her office. And she was like, oh my God, Char, you have to see this. So she forwards it to me. It was an email from him with attachments.
Oh no.
He did not attach his license. He attached.
No.
Pee-pee pics. Selfies that he was trying to take now, like balding, big fat guy, like random teeth. And he was taking like selfies and they're like. And then he had pictures of women
Oh.
that I don't know if it was women that sent to him or but I had his wiener,
Oh.
and he wasn't an employee yet. So I went to my boss, and because I was a recruitment manager at the time,
You're like,
I'm
I
like,
don't want to recruit him.
I'm like, what do we do? And she's like, so I didn't show her the pictures, but I was explaining them, and I was like, I can forward them to you if you want. She was like, please do not.
I think you're going to need to forward them to me.
Oh my God, I don't even know if I have it anymore. This was like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago.
I hope you don't have them anymore.
Yeah. Well, my email, I don't, my work email, everything stays archived. I don't get rid of anything. So I might actually, but I'm thinking at the time I probably was like, delete, I don't want this on my computer.
Yeah.
Like the company goes in and, oh, Char's got porn.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Yeah. So she was like, I would just have a conversation with him about it. I'm like, me? Why do I have to have a conversation about it? So I did. I was like, so I just wanted to let you know that we still need your license. What you sent us was not your license. Said they were very inappropriate pictures.
Was he surprised?
Like, I don't remember, but I was like, how about you just make a copy of your license and I will come to site and pick it up from you. Like, please do not email me anything else. Yeah. Wiener pictures. This old creepy, like, bleh. Oh, it was so gross. It was so gross. But we used to get pictures all the time. Like, I remember one time, because we asked people to send their resume, upload, just like any other company, upload your resume when you apply. There was this one, it was a guy in a car who, he had a nice body from what I saw, but he was in his car, clearly, and he had like workout pants or something on that were down really, really far. So you could see like his underwear line, but you could see his abs. And it was a selfie of just like his abs and his junk. Oh. And that's what he attached as his, I'm like, he's qualified.
Hired.
I read his resume.
I think I need a personal assistant. I've got a better position for you.
Yeah. But we would get stuff like that all the time. And then, of course, we had to pass that around. Oh, my God, look at this guy's resume. And they open it up. It's like, what? Yeah, all the time.
That's funny.
That is one thing I miss about recruitment. And the resumes. Oh. I would share those all the time. I'd cross their name off, their information. But it's like, do you not have friends that can like look this over for you before you send it in with a job application?
So speaking of that, back when I was with He Who Must Not Be Named.
Yes.
So yes. I was under 21.
Yeah.
I was over at a relative of his house, and he had filled out an application for, I don't know, like Taco Bell or Burger King, something like that. And it was just sitting there. So, I'm just reading it. And, here I'm 19 or however old I was. And I knew, like, oh, that doesn't look like. Under previous job, what were your duties? It was, I don't remember what it was like. Maybe it was the pizza parlor, let's say. Make pizzas and stuff.
Like, those are the kind of resumes I get.
And stuff. Could you be more specific?
What is stuff?
What kind of stuff? What other stuff did you do?
Well, I make turds on my lunch break.
Okay, I have to go back to dirty pictures because I have another little story.
Oh,
so we had, so I told you I work in a medical office. So we had a patient also email a picture because the patient really wanted us to see what his eye looked like, which again, you just need to come in, but that's fine. Email me.
We'll diagnose you from a picture.
Right. Email me the pictures. Let's see what it is. And so it was a screenshot like from his phone that he was able to email. So, he sent me several, and there was, this big picture of an eyeball. But then down at the bottom, you know how when you take a screenshot, if you have your gallery open, the photos
Oh
are
yeah,
down there
yeah,
at the bottom. And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I'm looking, I was like, what? And so I zoom in, I'm like, oh, it was ladies that were not completely dressed. So,
Was he older? That's
yes.
what makes it better when they're older. It's like,
Yes.
you know what? Good on you.
Yeah, he was older, and these were not like underage or anything, but women that were younger than him, but
Yeah,
definitely of age. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
yeah.
he's 70 and these girls were in their 30s.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I have to ask you. So in episode 20, we had talked about Oscar. Did he listen to the episode? And did he meet who he was dying to meet at Comic Con?
He did, and he did listen the whole thing. Actually, I feel really bad because you know how we recorded both of those like one right after
Yeah,
the other.
yeah.
I told him, "Oh yeah, the one that just came out. When I talked about you, the whole thing." I
He
lied. It
listened to
was
the
the
wrong
next
one.
one. So I was listening to it, and I'm like, when did we talk about that? And then it got to the end. I was like, oh my god,
Sorry,
I
Oscar.
know. So I went. I was like, I'm sorry. It's the next one. He's like, that's okay. He's just cracking up. But anyway, yes. So it actually was not the actress. I think it maybe was a cartoon or something, but it was the voice actor for Daphne. Not.
Oh.
And so it
So it
really,
was Daphne.
yeah. But it was just the voice, and she was. So
Her
it was really
voice,
cute because he showed
even
me
her
the video.
voice is sexy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
He
yeah.
showed you the video of him meeting her.
Well, I think, they do nowadays, celebrities will do something where you can pay for them to make a video for you personally.
Oh, yes.
And
I've heard of that.
the girl Allie that is, well, I don't know if they're my friends, but they're my acquaintances at OnQ.
Hmm.
She crochets, and she made this cute little, almost like a bobblehead version of her, Daphne, the voice actor. And so when Oscar was there, he gave it to her, and she was super excited. And so she made that little video like for them. Yeah.
Aw, that is
He
so
said that he
sweet.
just loves her. I guess she's like the nicest person ever.
How did he become a fan of a voice actress?
I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
That's interesting.
I don't know. But my friend Casey that recommended the
Yeah,
Pino
yeah.
and Reese's, she was actually there too, and she was dressed up as Wonder Woman.
Oh, how funny. See, I can't comprehend how somebody could find a likeness for just somebody's voice because my voice mostly annoys people. So I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
does that happen?
yeah. We
You
probably
know what?
won't.
One time when me and the girls were in Cabo, we went down to the pool super early because we were in an all inclusive resort and you have to get pools
Oh yeah.
by the pool bar pool anyways, so we went down really super early to put our stuff down there, and there was a couple down there, but me and the girls were joking around, and we're just being us, but I'm being me, which can be a lot. It
Loud.
can be loud, and so later that day we were down at the pool, and we're just doing our thing, hanging out, and we start talking to this couple, and it was the same couple that was there earlier that morning, and they were wasted. But this woman, her husband was totally hitting on all of it. He was hitting on everybody in the pool, and she was getting pissed. But she came over and she was talking to me, and well, she was talking to all of us girls. But at one point she goes, this morning you guys came down here to put your stuff, and I could hear you talking, and I was like, that bitch is so annoying. I hope they don't come down here. And she goes, but now I've met you and you are so amazing. And I'm like, you just said I was an annoying bitch. I'm like, I should drown you right now. And I'm like, but I mean, fair. I get it. I get it. I'm a lot. But it was funny how after she actually started talking to me and the girls in the pool, and, it wasn't just me loud passing by, she was like, you're really great. We should exchange number. If you're ever in Michigan, look me up. I'm like, that ain't going to happen. And you're super lucky I don't drown you right now. But
You better hope she's not one of our listeners.
I highly doubt it. And this was a million years ago too. So, and
okay.
There's so many people that have been annoyed by me that there's no way I can single one person out. So I'm safe. She's safe. Okay. So we have all of this candy, and it started making me think about candy from the 80s. But specifically, do you remember the Brock's, the little candy stands where it was just bulk? And
and you'd scoop it.
Yeah.
They still
remember
have
those?
They have them in Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah. You get the little
stand-up ones.
They're in the grocery store. Yeah. Like you can get those square caramels or the strawberry ones or peppermints or butterscotch or whatever.
And is it still open bulk where you could just take one and sample it?
Well.
And okay, but remember, because everybody would do that, they would just take one. They ended up putting a little metal box that said, for a sample, and you would just drop a coin in there and then take one if you wanted.
I don't remember doing that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So some of the candies that were in there, I wonder if they're the same. So if you have them in Oklahoma, so remember the white, it was like a little block and it had like the jelly nougat in it.
Yes.
Remember those? Are those still in the?
I don't know if they were. I passed by them.
I don't even remember if it was like a taffy. That's the consistency of it. It was like the consistency of a taffy. Yeah, but I don't know if that's actually what it was. Was it taffy with the little jelly nougats in it?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite. One of my dad's favorites though was the cinnamon discs. Remember the little red cinnamon discs?
Yeah, I don't like those.
I still like those. Oh, see.
I like the cinnamon toothpicks.
Yes, we talked about those.
Yes, but not. They're just a little spicy for me, I guess. Spicy.
The cinnamon ones, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the little butterscotch.
I do like those. Do you remember Christmas? They'd have the little Lifesaver storybooks.
Yeah.
They have them now, but they're just jelly, like gummy.
We've
Lifesavers.
Talked about these,
right?
You can still get the Lifesaver books here. I've seen them.
They look like
it's it's the OG Lifesavers, the hard Lifesavers. Okay. They have all butter rum. They have the OG Lifesavers.
I like
if
butter rum.
They have them this year. I'm absolutely sending you one.
Yes, please, because I can't find them. I only find the jelly or gummy ones. I want the butter rum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have.
What was that?
You heard it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, nobody's in here but me.
Is it a ghost?
It's a ghost. I don't know what that was. One of my other favorites.
Oh, is it the ghost Patrick Swayze? Is he going to come behind you and help you like mold some pottery?
Unchained Melody.
Yeah.
Root beer barrels. Remember the little root beer barrels?
I do remember those.
Yeah.
You know what candy I liked from back then that I think they still have it, but it'll if you have a filling, it'll probably tear it out. Abba Zabbas.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you can still get those too.
Yeah, those are good.
So funny when Isaiah and I were still just friends. We worked together, but we were buddies and we would go do stuff all the time. We went to a nostalgic candy store and he was really big. I mean, first of all, he's 6'8". But back when I first met him, he had a lot of medical stuff going on and he was on all these medications that he was like close to 400 pounds when we first met.
Really?
But I loved it because I was super tiny at the time. So, well, not super tiny, but smaller than I am now. So we went to this nostalgic candy store and they had this big Abba Zaba And then they had a little one. So we took a picture with him holding the big, huge one, and I was holding the
that's
little one.
cute. That's cute.
Yeah. The Brock's candy, part of the Brock's candy. This one, I think, was one of those candies where people either loved it or hated it. But it was also a little block like the white ones. But it was the Neapolitan one where it was white.
And you had to, it was chocolate. Like hard, suck on it, right?
No, I think it was chewy also. It was like a taffy. But I think the white was like coconut. And I hate coconut.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hate coconut.
Oh.
Do you remember those ones? The Neapolitan ones?
I do. I guess I was thinking they weren't chewy, but
yeah. I'm 99% positive they were chewy. It was like a taffy. Now, what?
Well, I took my dog to the vet and they think it's allergies.
Oh, I told you.
So, but they since she's been scratching so much, they had me give her antibiotics too, just so if it got infected, like if it was given a bacterial or something. Yeah. And some shampoo, like medicated shampoo, and $200 later.
I was going to say dogs are just as expensive as kids sometimes. I would like to report that Moose is still doing very good.
I'm sure everyone's. Well. Oh, Oscar talked about that. He's like, she can't be hurting her dog. I was like, her dog is fine.
I promise, Moose is fine.
Yes, Moose is fine.
Okay, there was one other candy. I know I'm talking a lot about candy, but it's because I like candy.
Yeah.
We may have talked about this before, but I don't remember. Candy corn. Yay or nay?
Okay. Nay, except if you mix it up with peanuts, it tastes just like a payday.
Well, I don't like peanuts, and I don't really care for paydays.
Okay, well, then you're not going to like that.
Do you remember when Matt forced me to drink that stupid soda with peanuts in it?
Oh, RC Cola.
He kept insisting it would be good.
Oh, actually.
Finally, you were like, Matt, she doesn't want it. She doesn't like peanuts. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just gross. Yeah, he put a bunch of peanuts in an RC Cola.
Yeah, that would definitely be him. And actually, he listens to all our podcasts, so he's going to hear this. So our daughter said that he also does the same kind of thing to her. Like, try this. And she's like, well, I've already tried it like a while back and I didn't like it. Well, you should try it. She'll be like, okay. So she tries it. Oh, guess what? I don't like it. Just like I thought. So that's going to be funny because
no means no.
No means no.
It was very sweet though, because he really wanted me to like it.
Yeah.
Because I think, didn't he say it tastes like Dr. Pepper or something when you mix the peanuts in with the soda or something? I
don't remember. I mean, I thought it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I want to drink this all the time. I didn't hate it.
My luck, I would have like accidentally choked on a peanut and died or something.
Probably. Yeah.
So you like candy corn, but only when mixed with peanuts. See, I love candy corn. I love all of them, especially when they have the Halloween ones that are like brown and orange. I don't know what the brown is. I don't even know if they really taste any different. But
well, here's another one that is a yay or nay. I want to know. Okay. Circus peanuts.
Ugh, those are so. That's like eating chalk. They're so gross.
I like an occasional circus peanut. Oh, peanut.
Freudian slip. Cindy likes clown wiener.
Oh my God.
You like clown wiener? Here, I got one for you. Speaking of.
Oh my God.
You like circus peanuts. Okay.
I guess so.
Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
I read that on the bathroom wall. For a good time.
Cindy likes circus peanuts.
She likes circus peanuts.
Oh my God.
No, circus peanuts are disgusting. You know what else is gross? Boston baked beans.
I can eat those. I don't love them. What's your take on Good and Plenty? Black licorice.
No, I don't like those.
What about Peeps?
Nope, those are disgusting.
I don't like Peeps. No. What else
No,
is?
peeps.
Obviously, we talked about
Peeps
those
are.
Neckos. Those are disgusting. They're like
Oh,
chalk.
I think I finally threw them away.
Yeah, those
I
are
was gonna
gross.
say I think I still have those here in the office. Yeah, no, I threw those away. Yeah, Neckos. The chocolate ones weren't terrible. The chocolate ones that I got.
Chocolate chalk.
Yeah, it tasted like chocolate chalk.
Yeah.
Um, so we may have already talked about this, but since we're on a candy kick today, um,
Candy
one of
and
penis,
peanut.
candy penis.
Hit a little bow.
um, one of my favorite candy bars that are very, very, very hard to find. The actual brand is not hard to find, but this specific flavor is very, very hard to find. So the Rocky Road candy bars,
Oh, I've
they're in
never
the
tried
red
that.
pack. It's like it's like a
I've
chocolate
seen it.
coated marshmallow with. They have one that's a mint chocolate one. It comes in a green wrapper. It is extremely hard to find.
But it's your
So
favorite.
it's my favorite. So Amazon, they have this variety box and it has like two of the mint ones in it and then all the rest are like two or three of the other flavors. So one of my girlfriends, I don't think she listens to this podcast, but we're in a book club together and we used to be coworkers. She had bought that variety pack and she saved one of the mint chocolate ones for me and gave it to
Oh,
me. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
So they're really really hard to find. The red pack, you can find those all day. You could go to the grocery store right now and they probably have it. You can find those ones no problem. But the mint chocolate ones are really hard to find. So there was one place local. It was like a 45-minute drive, 45 minute to an hour drive. It was a electronics store out in the middle of nowhere. They used to have them. So when we would
Really?
be
How
down
weird.
yeah, Fry's Electronics. I don't know if you have those
No.
there. They're not around very much anymore. But every time I would be down in that area, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to stop in and I would get like three of them and then just put them in the freezer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. What's your all-time favorite candy?
So I have different ones.
Okay.
I would say
Whether you're menstruating or not, they change.
no, whether it's how available it is.
Okay.
I think easily available are Reese's sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Those are delicious.
I don't know if I've ever had a Reese's stick, but I imagine I would like it because I do like Kit Kats and they seem to be similar.
No, it's closer to a Nutty Buddy,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
but better
But kind
than
of
a-
that wafery.
It is, but Kit Kat
cookie
is
thing.
almost like the chocolate is solid, like kind of
Yes.
thick. It's not
Yes.
thick, which I like
Okay,
that it's
okay.
not thick on the Reese's sticks. I think
Okay.
that one. And then when we went to Greece, I found, which it's not a Greek chocolate, but it was at the airport. It was called Milka.
Okay.
I think it's
Oh wait,
either
I think I've heard of that before.
I think it's German or
Yeah,
Swiss
yeah.
or something. And they had, I don't know, they had something where you get like 3 for 10 or something. And so I got 3 different ones.
I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen Milka. Yeah.
It was delicious. So I'm going to say hard to find one, probably that. And then, but I do like those, I think they're Lindor truffles, the ones that you can buy just as a single. Those are overall very delicious.
Yeah.
I also like
Lindor?
things like,
Are those the same ones that I'm thinking?
it's not
Like in a
Lindt.
red- Oh, okay.
But they have different flavors. Like they have, I don't even know how many. They have red, gold, blue, white.
Yeah, those are the ones I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay,
Those are our favorite too.
those are delicious. At the where I work at the hospital at the gift shop, they have like you can go buy them just singly. We run down there
So,
sometimes and get. Just
Do you get the limited edition ones like the strawberry and cream, the blueberry and cream? Have you ever tried those? At Christmas time, they have the Christmas ones. That's
Is it
like
mint?
a mint chocolate.
I love chocolate.
They have a candy cane one.
Oh, I love peppermint chocolate. Yeah.
I think I have some in my pantry right now. Those ones at Christmas time are hands down my favorite. The red ones are Isaiah's favorite. So for his birthday or that's actually when Murphy tried to kill himself via chocolate at Christmas time. It was those truffles, the red truffles. It was the small one because it was a stocking stuffer for Isaiah. So it was the pack that only had, it was the small one with like 4 or 5 in it. And he ate all of them, which was a fraction of
what was toxic.
Yes. But yeah, we love those ones too. So when the seasonal ones come out, oh my God, try them. They're so good. Because I don't normally care for truffles because they're just way too rich for me. But those ones aren't. The Lindor ones aren't.
I just was thinking, I wonder if we should name this podcast Growlers and Candy or something. or Creeper Van. Chocolate
sex and Candy.
Oh, smells like sex and candy. That's a song from Marcy's Playground in
Marcy's Playground.
Let me think of what year. I'm going to guess what year it came out.
Okay. No, I'm going to look it up.
Okay, you look it up. I'm going to say 1990.
Oh, not Maroon 5.
1996.
Sex and Candy by Marcy's Playground. Right? Isn't it Marcy Playground?
It's Marcy Playground.
Yeah. Isn't that what I said? Marcy Playground?
Oh, yeah.
And what year did you say?
I'm going to guess 96.
I'm having a hard time finding it. Ah, you were so close. 97.
Oh!
It is a post-grunge song with psychedelic elements.
Huh.
It was a single from their 1997 self-titled debut album, Marcy Playground.
Yeah, I remember Matt and I were babysitting my boss's kid back in California. She was like 5. And we were listening.
I remember when you guys watched her. How old is she now?
Well, I don't know. Like, she was 5 back then, so.
Yeah.
And I've been
in college.
30. Yeah, would she be 35? Because I've been here 26 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So, anyway, apparently, so we had listened, we listened to that, and I guess she was singing that, and her mom was all, excuse me, what are you having my daughter listen to about sex and candy? I was like, oh my God, sorry. She's like, please just don't. I'm like, got it.
Please just don't.
My bad.
I wouldn't think to. Well, okay, I also didn't think to give a baby water. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Okay, everybody has heard this story, but I'll tell it. Because most of the listeners, aside from probably Michelle, have heard this story. So when my friend Stacy, her son Ryan was like 2, which Ryan, I'm sure they won't care. He's on... what's that college that's in the World Series right now? Charlotte. They call him the Chants? The Chants? Chants? God, I should look it up because I'm doing no justice. Anyways, they have won 25 straight games.
Oh, wow.
And her son, Ryan, who I almost killed as a child, is the team manager for that baseball team, and he's in college. Anyways, so we'll be watching their game tomorrow. We watched the last 2, and again, right now they've won 25 straight games. They just beat Oregon last week, so good for them. Anyway, so when Ryan was like 2, Stacy had to go out of town, and her husband was out of town, so she needed Auntie's help. Okay. So me and our other friend Stacia decided we'll cover it. So I picked Ryan up from daycare Friday after work. I had him the rest of the day Friday, all night.
And how old? Remind me.
He was like 2.
Okay.
2. Saturday, I have him all day Saturday. Well, come Saturday afternoon, the kid would not stop crying. He just would not stop crying. I tried to feed him. I changed him. He wouldn't go down for a nap. So Stacy had left me 8 pages of notes, front and back, 8.5 by 11, front and back. So I'm reading through everything, like, if he's doing this, it usually means this, which I appreciated.
Yes.
Like, I'm not a mom. Like, it was great to have, like, detailed information. So Michelle, who was my bestie back then too, she had called me and she's like, how's it going? I'm like, this kid won't stop crying. And she didn't have any kids yet. So she was like, do you want me to come over after work? And I was like, please. So she came over. So now this is Saturday night. And she's like, she comes over. She had packed a bag. She was ready to stay with me also for the evening. And she's like, changed his diaper. She's like, have you done this? Have you done that? I'm like, yeah. Have you done this? Yeah. Have you done this? Yeah. Have you given him any water? I'm like, what? She's like, have you given him any water? And I'm like, why would I give a baby water? She's like, Char, they
are human.
So she takes a bottle of water, she gives it to him, and he's like,
Sure, that looked really bad.
He was like, he was like chugging this bottle of water. And I'm like, what the? She's like, Char, he was thirsty. And I'm like, nowhere in these 8 pages of double-sided, 8.5 single-lined notes did it say, give him a bottle of water every now and then. It never crossed my mind to give a baby water.
I mean, was he drinking other things like juice and milk?
I mean, his formula when I was trying to get him to go to bed, or whatever he was drinking when it was bedtime. I don't think it was juice. Definitely wasn't water. But look, the kid is the team manager for this Carolina.
But did he die?
No. Exactly. Did he die? No. As a matter of fact, he is succeeding. That kid is successful AF. And it's
all because of
I
you.
taught him how to fight for life.
Yeah.
I taught him that tomorrow could be gone. So make the most out of today.
Yeah.
Hi, am I the only, please, listeners, please comment on this podcast and tell me if am I the only one who did not think that it was totally, I mean, why would I think to give a kid water?
I mean, my daughter was little a long time ago, so I don't know. I don't really recall specifically giving water. I feel like it was other things, so I don't know.
And you are a mom.
I am. Yeah.
So
mine didn't die.
See?
Yes.
And she's very successful also.
I would say yes.
Another thing, Ryan was at my house one time, and I have dog crates for my dogs. Mm-hmm. And don't come for me, people. It's a very good training tool. When they're puppies, they would sleep in their crate. Now they're doggy condos. They're very happy in them. I'm not abusive to my dogs.
My dog likes to sleep in her crate. She loves it.
We'll come home and Moose will be in his crate. He
doesn't, free will.
Free will. He'll just go in there. They're comfortable in there. So don't come for me.
Someone told me that dogs like to have a little cave. Like
they do.
Yeah, and that's what it is. They feel secure.
When Murphy was a puppy, we had an X-Pen that we set up in the living room and had a bed and a bunch of toys. Well, we had, security cameras, and he would just cry all day long. And I'm like, what is going on? So we did some research and we talked to the vet.
Did he need water?
Yeah, he was dehydrated. No, they don't. It was too much space. He felt he was scared because there was too much space. Got him a little crate. Quiet.
Interesting.
He was happy. So, and also they don't want a potty where they, their little comfort zone.
Yeah.
Their safe place. So it's a really great training tool. So don't come for me, people. I don't lock my dogs in crates for the fun of it, to be mean. And I don't throw them downstairs to be abusive. It just happens. So I have dog crates. So I was babysitting Ryan and I'm like, where the heck did he go? And I look and he's in the dog crate. Yeah, he's in the dog crate. And I'm like, okay, so what? Big deal.
You're like,
I washed their bedding. Well, he was trying, it looked like he was trying to close the door. And I go, are you trying to close the door? And he was like, I'm like, so I closed it. And then he kept like looking and I go, do you want me to lock it? And he was like, so I locked it. And then I took a picture and sent it to Stacy. And I'm like, your kid is a breeze to babysit.
oh my gosh. That's
easy peasy.
Yeah. Just lock him in there.
Yeah, he was fine. He enjoyed it. It was great. So.
Yeah, when I go to work, I'll give my dog the option. I'm like, do you want to go outside or do you want to go in your crate? Whoop, right in the crate. Like 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah. Moose doesn't really sleep in a crate anymore. He has his own bedroom. So he just has a dog bed in there and that's where he sleeps.
Okay.
He doesn't sleep in our room anymore because he's just, I don't know if it's his age, but he's just so restless. So he'll whine, like he'll want our attention, but it's like 3 a.m. So now he sleeps in his own room and he sleeps all night long.
Oh, that's great.
When he's in our room with us, he wakes up and wants, I don't know, to play. My husband tries to wake me up at 3 a.m. to play too, and it just doesn't.
You're
happen.
like, no. Well, the other day because I've had our dog for just over a year now, and I was kind of thinking, I wonder.
Has it been a year?
It's been over a year. It's been like a year and 2 months. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I can't believe you've. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So we guess she's about 2 years old, but
yeah.
So I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I wonder if I should let her sleep, not in the crate.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I'll just try it because she does really good. She doesn't chew on anything, and she doesn't go to the bathroom on anything. So I was like, I wonder. So I'd close my daughter's room just because she doesn't want her to go in there, and so I was like, because she was sleeping on the couch, she was laying on the couch, and so I got ready for bed. And I was like, maybe I'll just see what she does. And so I was in the bathroom getting ready, and she came in there, and she was just looking at me like, you forgot to put me in my crate. I think I'm like, did you want to go in your crate? And she like ran to her crate. I'm like,
oh, that's hilarious.
So I needed to it's like tucking her in or something. I'm like, okay, well, it's like you could go in there without me shutting the door, but
no.
Yeah.
So Murphy, we don't even lock his crate. He could easily just come out of it. He doesn't. He stays in his crate all night long.
Apparently, because I was going to let her stay on the couch, but she was obviously like, did you forget about me? Did you forget to put me to bed?
So when Isaiah's not home, like if he's traveling for work or whatever, don't tell him. No, he knows. He's like, is Murphy on my pillows? So Murphy, most of the time, like when it's time to go to bed, like we have our routine, we come upstairs, the boys will come up on the bed with me. I've never let dogs sleep in my bed with me. I don't, it's uncomfortable because I don't sleep well because I'm worried about kicking them or they're butted up against you and then you're hot. And so I just have never and plus I don't want dog hair all over my bedding. So I've never let dogs sleep with me, but I will let them on the bed with me. Like Saturday morning, I get up, I'm lounging around. I'll let the dogs get up on the bed with me. Or at night when we're getting ready to go to bed, we have what we call family time. Isaiah usually does like his stretches. He's really, really good about like doing his stretches every night. And, he'll do some yoga and he does that while me and the boys are hanging out on the bed. Well, Murphy, I don't know. He's going through like teenage years where he doesn't want to be around his parents.
Oh, you guys aren't cool.
I know. We're not cool anymore. So we'll go to the bedroom and he goes straight into his crate. And I'm like, come snuggle.
Get over here and let me love you.
But when Isaiah's not home, he will, almost always, he will come up on the bed. But so Isaiah is allergic to dogs. He's definitely allergic to cats.
I'm glad you decided to keep him, though.
Yeah, of course. He's definitely allergic to cats. We could never own a cat. dog, and especially because Murphy has hair, he doesn't have
Yeah.
fur, so
Oh,
it's much easier. Um, but he's not as it doesn't affect him as bad as cats do.
oh,
But if like the dog is laying on his pillow, that's going to bother him.
sure.
So he doesn't like them laying on his pillow. So when he's not here, he's like, "Tell Murphy to get off my pillow." I'm like, "He's not on your pillow."
He's
Murphy's
next to
absolutely
it.
on his pillow. But I will also wash all the bedding before Isaiah gets home.
Oh, well, that's sweet of you.
Yeah.
I always told my daughter, I'm like so glad that you didn't end up being allergic to cats because it would have been sad that I'd have to get rid of you.
Did I tell you the dream I had a couple nights ago?
Huh.
Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. This is hilarious. So, because you were in it too. Not last night, but the night before. I had a dream that all of a sudden I was in the hospital having a baby.
Wow.
And I'm like, so I have the baby, and it was the cutest baby. It was like a caramel color, really cute. It didn't cry. It was really good. But I was like,
was it a boy or a girl?
It was a little girl. And I have no idea what its name was. I don't
Okay.
know that I got that far in my dream.
Okay.
But I'm like, how did I even get pregnant? How is this even possible? And you're like, Char, it still can happen. I'm like, I've had a full hysterectomy. How did I possibly get pregnant? And you're giving me the medical explanation of how it's like a guy, when a guy has a vasectomy, there's still a chance. So you're giving me all of this medical lingo on how it's possible that a woman, it's still possible for like the hormones that are left. And I'm like, but I don't have a uterus. Where did it grow?
And did I answer?
Yeah, you still were like explaining how it was possible, which it made total sense, and you were very convicted in what you were saying.
I sounded very convincing.
Yes. So I'm like, I can't. What am I going to do with a baby? I'm 51 years old. I can't. What am I going to do with a baby?
People are like, "Oh, is this your grandchild?" You're like,
right? So my coworker, who recently just had a baby, I talked about her on the last podcast because I had that beer that we had taken over to their house. She was there too, and she was explaining to me how to take care of the baby. And I'm like, if this was 25 years ago, maybe, but I can't have this baby. And so Isaiah and I are there one night with this baby, and I'm like, do you want this baby? And he's like, no, it's so hard to find a dog sitter. How are we going to find a babysitter? And then somebody was like, no, you guys don't have to stop traveling. You just take the baby. And we're like, you don't take a baby on vacation.
You're like, what kind of vacation is that?
So we're trying to figure out a way to offload this baby without getting in trouble. Like, drop it in a mail slot at the fire department or something. Yeah, but I had a baby at 51 years old with
no uterus.
No reproductive parts.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I don't have a uterus. Where did it grow? Like,
interesting.
Yeah, so that was night before last dream. But I thought it was hilarious how you were, clinically explaining to me how it's possible that a woman could still get pregnant just because she's had a hysterectomy. No uterus, no ovaries. What was fertilized?
Yeah.
So I had this miracle baby that I'm trying to offload.
Right.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh.
Anyways.
Well, are you ready for some trivia, B2?
Yes.
It's already been over an hour.
Okay, let's do some trivia.
Okay. I feel like this one sounds familiar, so you may know it, but the other ones don't. So we'll see. Michelle, I'm sure, can let us know. Who played MacGyver in the series that ran from 1985 to 1992?
Wait, I think you did read this to me, but I think it's because it was on the front. It's Richard Dean Anderson.
It is. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, but this one does not sound, I don't remember this one.
Okay. But so when you asked it to me last time, I knew it was Richard
Yeah,
something.
you got one of the
Dean,
names.
I think I got Dean.
Yeah. What was the first video that aired on MTV?
Michael Jackson's Beat It.
No. If I would have had to guess, I would have guessed like Blondie or something, but it's not that.
So, like early 80s music.
This one is just surprising. I mean.
Cyndi Lauper.
Video
Madonna?
Killed the radio star.
I knew that.
Did you?
I did. I knew that. This was a trivia question. So Isaiah and I like to do trivia night at breweries. And that was a trivia question at one of the breweries.
Okay. These next ones are good. This one actually has, what I was going to name our podcast this time. Candy and penises or whatever, candy and growlers.
Smells like
sex and candy. So this one has to do with candy.
Okay.
What candy bar had a red and yellow wrapper with a ruler printed on it to showcase its length? Wow, this is funny of what it's called now too, because it's kind of a little bit sexual. Maybe.
Oh.
I mean, I'm stretching. Or
So
is he
is he?
stretching it? Okay. I've never heard of this one.
Okay. Is it made by like Hershey's?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Marathon bar.
Okay.
We need to try to find the marathon bar. Let's see what it tastes like.
Oh, find it. Yeah.
Right.
Is it still available?
Okay, I know
it's
you're
salty.
Is it little or is it big?
Oh, now it's called 100 grand.
Is a marathon bar? I love 100 grand bar.
Well, I typed in marathon bar and that
100,000 bar. 100 grand. Yeah, those are delicious. I love 100 grand. Okay, I know you're going to get this one because you had a very hard time letting this go.
Okay.
What was the first smartphone to offer live email functionality and a QWERTY keyboard?
Oh, BlackBerry.
Yes. I remember you didn't not want to get rid of that thing.
I did not. I loved my BlackBerry. Loved it. Moose ate that twice.
And it still lived?
Yes. And so I'd like to say, this is my funny story. It was eaten by a puppy twice and ran over by a Jetta and still worked.
That is impressive.
So remind me next podcast to tell you the funny story about my BlackBerry getting run over by a Jetta because it's hilarious.
I remember you having that BlackBerry and you're just like,
I loved it.
Yeah, you kept it forever. Okay, this one I hope you get because I know it.
Okay.
What was the name of the kidnapped dolphin in the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
Oh. I do know it. Oh, I can't remember. What does it start with?
S.
I was going to say S. Does it start with an S?
It does.
It's not Sammy. I need fuel. Hold on. Let me put on my thinking cap. I can't remember.
So, they're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the opposite of Florida, this name of this dolphin that starts with an S.
Opposite of Florida?
Well, it's a weather phenomenon that is when it's very, very cold. And you might catch it on your tongue.
Snowflake.
Yep.
That's right.
Ding, ding. Ha! Oh my God.
Can you hear me crunching?
Yeah, I can. Not bad. Just a little. Not bad. So this is funny because Chris would have definitely got Snowflake, and then he would definitely get this one because we say this all the time. On the show Blossom, what one-word phrase was repeatedly said by Joey Russo?
What did he would go, it wasn't like, do. Yeah, it was like, do.
It's close. Whoa.
Whoa. That's right.
I remember Chris and I doing that, and Ryder would try to do it when he was little bitty. It was so cute. Now he's 15, and nothing we do is cool.
Well, and he's not as cute as he was when he was a baby either, so, or a little one.
Yeah. What's the name of the song that contains the following lyrics?
Okay.
I know you're going to get this.
Sing it?
No, because I'm not 100% sure of the tune.
Oh.
I know more of the chorus, I guess.
Is it in key E minor?
It may be. Anyone press will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know, Rico. I know what Bo don't know.
Oh, I know what Bo don't know. Touch her up and go. Uh-oh, ching ching. I'm the lyrical gangster.
What about?
Still love you like that.
I am stepper. Hot stepper. That's the part I knew, but I didn't know that part. So, yep, you got it. Ooh, you're going to know. I'm sure you know this one. Who was the figure skating rival implicated in the 1994 baton attack on Nancy Kerrigan?
You know she lives here locally.
Yep.
Right? Well, she used to. I used to see her at the gas station, but yeah, Tanya.
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding.
Oh. I don't know if I remember this toy. I don't think I got to have it. I had pound puppies, but this is not the answer.
Okay.
Which toy featured a plush dog that had puppies inside?
I seem to remember this. Litter or something. Something litter? No? I don't know. I remember the puppies inside.
I gotta look. It's called Puppy Surprise.
Puppy Surprise. They look like pound puppies, if I remember correctly.
I gotta look it up real quick and see what they look like.
Puppy Surprise.
Oh! Yeah, it looks like a Rainbow Bright dog or something.
Wait, I don't remember the Rainbow Bright one, but I remember the one that looks like a Bernice.
So here's what I'm getting for Puppy Surprise. Can you see?
Yeah, I see that one too, but
I kind of remember seeing that.
See, like the little Bernice one. That's the one that I remember. I don't remember the.
Huh? I think I remember seeing it, but I didn't get that.
I don't remember that one.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay, Puppy Surprise. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Actually, this one is. So, do you remember my Disney books?
Yeah.
When you'd first walk in my house,
Does your mom still have them?
I have them.
Oh, you have them now, yeah.
And actually, I love them. And Kate, my daughter loves them too, and we'll read them sometimes. Yeah. They're so great. Anyway, so this character is in one of the books.
Okay.
The first episode of the animated TV series DuckTales aired in 1987. I never watched DuckTales. Chris did.
Either.
He's a little bit younger than me. He watched it.
Yeah.
Who was the wealthy and adventurous uncle in the series? He was named after someone in the... Is it the Christmas Carol?
Is it? It's not Scrooge.
It is. Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, it is Scrooge?
Scrooge McDuck.
Okay, so I know that Scrooge McDuck is the grouchy uncle, but that's from... not from DuckTales. It's from the other cartoon.
Probably something older.
In the play, Scrooge McDuck.
Right.
Don't remember.
Well, in one of our Disney books, it was called Button Soup, and Daisy Duck came to visit the town that her grumpy uncle Scrooge McDuck lived in. And all the town people said, "Oh, he's just a Scrooge. He's really greedy. Like, don't even bother. He's really mean." And she's like, "Oh, I think I know how to deal with that person." And so she came and to his house, and she's like, "Oh, I'm your niece," and he didn't want anything to do with her. She's like, "Oh, just let me come in. I'm your relative." And so he's like, "Whatever." And was wealthy, but he acted like he had nothing.
Yep.
And so she said, "Well, I'm hungry, so I'm just going to I'm going to make something." And he's like, "I don't have any food for you to make." And she's like, "It's okay. I'm going to make button soup." And he's like, "Button soup? What's that?"
I still remember this book.
You probably read it at my house. She's like,
yes,
"So I
did.
just have one button. That's all I need." And he's very curious. So she, gets a big pot of like a cauldron on the fire, and she puts a button in there with water. And he's like, "How's that? How are you going to make that?" And she's like, "You just wait and see." And then she keeps saying things like, "Well, I used to make this all the time."
Danger.
I know.
Danger.
It's my daughter. She's probably going to get that book because she was sitting there listening. She says, "Well, I've made this before, and one button will do, but it's so much better if I have some onions in it." And he's like, "Well, I might have some onions." So he goes and he like has a hoard of onions. So he gets some. She puts it in there, and he's like so curious. He's like watching the soup, and she goes, "Well, I have made it before, but it's so much better if I have some salt and pepper." And he's like, "I guess I might have some salt and pepper that I could spare." What did I tell you?
Yeah.
And so then she just keeps adding like a little bit more, a little bit more. And she's like, "Well, potatoes would be good." And so then he's like, "Ooh," and he gets each thing. And then it makes this huge cauldron of soup. And and she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is way too much soup for just me and you. We should share it." And he's like, "No, we should jar it up and save it just for me." And she goes, "No, it was just a button. It's not like it's even wasting anything." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's true." And so then he became like the people in town liked him. So.
I actually remember that now. As soon as you said the button, I was like,
button soup. And I bet, oh, yep. Look at this. All my books had to have.
Oh, yeah.
I had to put my name in it.
Risk.
Yep.
Cindytha Risk.
Yeah. I had my book club, and so each month or whatever, I would get 2 of these, and when they would come, I would be so excited. There was no way I was ever getting rid of these. This one is copyright 1975.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I have 2 shelves full of those.
Yeah. I have all of the Grimm's fairy tale books.
Oh, do you? I have those too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a couple more.
Yeah. I feel like you've only done like 3.
I've done
lies.
That many. Okay, we'll do a couple more. I don't know. It's like 4. 10.
Is it?
10. I was exact. Okay. I don't know if you're going to get this. Which character in the show The A-Team sported a mohawk?
Wait, did he play Mr. T on The A-Team?
That was Mr. T played him, but his name was not Mr. T in the show.
It was Kojak. Something Jack.
No. B.A. Baracus.
Oh, I would have never got that. I knew it was Mr. T, though. Do you remember his cereal?
Ah! Yes, I do.
Yeah, Mr.
Okay.
T cereal.
This is funny, and I love this movie, and I would not get this, but it's funny. I thought I read it wrong when It's a great movie for anybody who hasn't seen it. The quote, "Why, I've been known to circumcise a gnat," is from what movie? I'll give you another quote from the movie that should help you, because I didn't remember this one.
Wait, was it a Jim Carrey movie?
No, it was older.
No. Oh, was it Airplane? Was it the
Not that
Leslie
old.
Nielsen movie? Naked? No, Naked. Okay, give me another hint then.
I don't remember exactly, but he flips a coin at the lady and says, "Here, go buy you a rat to gnaw that mole off your face."
I don't know.
Uncle Buck.
Oh,
I didn't.
John Candy.
Yeah, I love that movie.
He's dead.
I know. Did you hear who just died today?
I was just
Anne
gonna
Burrell.
say yes. I was
From
just gonna say that.
America's Worst Cooks.
Yes.
And she
Well,
was
she
only
was on
55.
And she just got married 4 years ago. She just got married in 2021.
Okay, so speaking of semi-celebrities that we like, I don't know if you watch Ghost Adventures. Did you hear about Aaron on Ghost Adventures? So
Wait,
Zach
was Aaron the tall guy, the tall bald-headed guy?
Yeah, kind of. He's lost a lot of weight. So he's
okay.
like one of, so Zach Baggins
Yes.
or whatever,
Yep,
he's the main.
Yep.
And then Aaron,
Okay.
we love Aaron.
Yep.
His wife hired a hitman to try to, she was plotting to have him murdered. Just like last year or this year or something.
What?
Yes. So let me just, yeah, sorry, we're going a little over, but yeah, we love
That's
true
okay.
crime. So his wife, which they had been married, I don't know, not very long, and it seemed like fairy tale, very great, whatever. She watched a documentary, like a true crime documentary called Control Alt Desire, and it was about this true story about this guy that he spent his $200,000 of his family's money, which he was a man, but $200,000 of his family's money pretending to be doing some kind of job thing, but what he was really doing was chatting with some woman online that like I don't know if it was really porn or if it was just whatever, but 200 grand on this woman. And so he was like addicted or whatever. And so they tried to help him and everything and tried to get it like an intervention, tried to get him into like rehab for being addicted to porn or whatever. He killed him. He killed his whole family. Killed his whole family. Okay, this guy. I don't remember his name. Amato, maybe? Anyway. And he was trying to, so it was his mom, dad, and his brother. And he was trying to make it look like the brother had killed them and then killed himself. But he did not succeed and they found him guilty. So he's in prison. So, and then they had this documentary about it. Apparently, Aaron's wife became like obsessed with him and she started writing him letters and fell in love with this creepy guy that killed his family and spent 200 grand on a woman online.
What?
Yeah. So then the idiot that she is, she tried to, or I mean, she's been communicating with them, texting this guy in prison and like, I don't know how, emailing, I'm not sure. But the warden or the guards or whatever found his phone and they find all this stuff where they were plotting to have her husband Aaron from Ghost Adventures, who is, I mean, obviously I don't know him for real, but on the show he's super cool. He's our favorite.
Yeah.
Plotting to have me, like she even told him all of his scheduling of like when and where for Ghost Adventures.
So do you think he was just using her to possibly get some money since he was in prison?
Maybe. I mean, I mean,
still, the fact is, she was
trying to
kill her husband.
Right.
But it actually getting done.
Fortunately, it did not because he got caught and they read all the things.
But I wonder if the guy in prison was scamming her.
Like, I would not.
Yeah, I can get this done.
So it's funny because I was just listening to this on Serialously podcast with Annie Elise.
Yep.
And I'm like, I gotta see what this guy looks like. I mean, he's not like okay, like Annie Elise said. So you're trying to get this guy who didn't get away with murder to try to help you, like. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why we digressed so much, but I don't even know where that.
Crime.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Aaron. Oh, because Annie Burrell died. Okay, yeah. Uncle Buck died. John Candy, Anne Burrell. So that sucked. But yeah. So
Full circle.
Yeah, he tried to.
Yeah, that sucked. So.
Yeah, he tried to. Yeah. So I guess he got a divorce and everything, but.
Well, I hope to shout.
Isn't that horrid though? They didn't have any kids though, fortunately. So there's nothing there. Okay, let's
That's
do.
crazy. Okay.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do 3 more.
Okay. I'm in.
What toy allowed kids to make their own snow cones and featured a famous character from
The
the?
Snoopy snow cone machine. We've
Yeah,
talked about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
Sabina
have
had
one.
one. Oh, you had
Yeah.
Sabina had one too. Every
Yeah.
time I
That,
go over there, I wanted to play that, and I wanted to play their because she had an Atari, and I wanted to sleep on her waterbed. And they had a pool, so that was super fun
remember
too.
when I had a waterbed too?
Which house?
It was after I had the bed that you almost got killed under.
I
Right
don't.
after that, I had a waterbed.
I don't remember
Hmm.
your waterbed. That's weird.
It was after high school, but yeah, I had
Okay.
a waterbed.
I know you're gonna know this one because we used to play it. Which game? Oh, now banned on many playgrounds due to safety concerns.
Okay, we already went over dodgeball and Red Rover,
Right,
so
it wasn't that.
it can't be one of those. Foursquare?
No. Okay, okay.
Oh, okay, wait,
Which
yeah.
game, now banned to many playgrounds due to safety concerns, used a rope connected to a ball and a pole?
Oh, tetherball.
It's banned?
That's
Why?
banned?
If you let it hit you in the face, that's your own damn problem.
That's your fault. Yeah. Well, one of my besties, her child tends to get hit in the face with balls a lot. I mean, it happened like 3 times in a school year, but aside from that, that's why she now does drama instead of
Oh,
sports.
well, yeah. I mean, sports are not for everyone. That is for sure. I am also one of those
Yeah.
people that I am not.
So her daughter's probably one of the reasons that tetherball got banned in schools.
What?
Too many kids were getting punched in the face by a tetherball.
Hey, then don't play it.
I was like queen of tetherball.
I remember.
I was so good at it. Yeah.
I was mediocre.
Yeah.
I could hit it sometimes. And I definitely, though, I would not let it hit me in the face.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
Hands up. Protect the kids.
What 2 candy bars were associated with the following jingle? Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
You didn't. You could have stopped it with the jingle, not saying anything. Mounds and Almond Joy, 2 worst candy bars in the world.
Oh, because you don't like coconut. I like them.
Yeah, they're full of coconut. Ugh.
Yeah, I like them. Okay, this is the last one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to need to give you this other one because I'm curious if you know it because I didn't know it. Okay. Which character from the show Family Matters often inquired, "Did I do that?"
Urkel.
Yeah. Okay, but this is the one.
Jamal White.
Yep, it was Steve Urkel. Okay. I need to know if you know this one.
Okay.
What was the DJ's stage name in the rap group Salt and Peppa?
Spinderella.
Yeah, you're right. You knew it.
What?
I should have
I
known.
know my 80s rap.
I figured you knew it. I just wasn't 100% sure. So, all right, B2.
Alrighty. Well, this was a long one, but it was good. Hopefully, the viewers and the listeners, hopefully people are viewing it. Listen, listeners, if you're only listening, a lot of the fun is in the viewing. So,
yeah. Probably
go
when we talk about, I'm like, oh my God, it was this big. And they're like, what? How big? You need to watch.
Oh my gosh. All right, B2.
Okay. Till next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.